Land ho, Quora sailors! We've got a great live show coming up in New York City, the City of Lights.
It's at August 5th, the Caveat. Go check the description of this to get a ticket link and come to our live show.
And until then...
Bye!
Rest assured, there's a very soft cat just out of frame. Pictured below. Oh, which one of these was yours? I think this one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was me, I think.
I can tell the way you were sipping it.
Oh, yeah. I sip it nasty style.
Yeah, it's
when I drink water,
I
go nasty. I lap it up like a dog.
I noticed that, like, it's been slurped to the bone is how I would describe it.
This is going to piss people off more than last week when we talked about people with full diapers of poop.
Which, again, we are doing because we're doing journalism. So that's maybe a personal problem.
It's genuinely kind of hard for me sometimes to like remember what stuff people don't like because none of it really bothers me that much.
No,
not to be like one of those like nothing offends me. Like I get that it's like that's on me or whatever, but
well, it's like when you send Jeremy Scahill to cover Iraq and he sees like the beheadings of like 100 children, and then he comes back and he's like,
right.
Oh, this is what triggers you?
Yeah.
Me reporting that there's poop in my pants, and if that makes me feel good.
Yeah,
so that's a problem.
So
see, we followed into it. We're doing it again now.
That's how we feel when we look at Quora. We come back and we're like, "That's what bothers you."
It feels good. What's the problem? I didn't mean to talk about it again.
No, it's on. I brought it up, dude.
Bail. We're doing the song.
Bail. Hit it.
You're back for Quorators for another week. The only show that asks, what is Quora? What is it?
Dude, no one knows.
What the hell is this?
It's been 50 episodes, and we're still not sure what it is.
We're no closer. I've lost touch with my family in this time.
I think it's a website, but it also might be a community.
There are communities inside of it.
We've built a community around
true.
it.
I was talking with one listener of the show at one of my stand-up shows last week, and he said very offhandedly, "You've ruined my life," and then rephrased it as just like, "I get a lot of Quoras in my email."
I mean, fair enough. That's a bold way of putting it.
I didn't even like contradict him or anything. I was like, "Oh, sorry, my bad."
Yeah,
my bad for inventing Quora.
That's the kind of content I want to make. Is where people come up to me and say, "You've ruined my life.
You've ruined my life.
My wife left me because of all of the Quora digest I get."
And if your life does leave you because of Quora, there is a vast array of resources at your disposal on exactly the things you can and can't do in that situation.
Yeah, and guess who's sending you emails about it? It's Quora.com.
It's Quora.com. Shout out.
It's Quora.com.
You may have noticed our raw dog in it this week.
What do you mean?
It's just
no guest.
Just the freaking
no guest.
boys in the seat.
No condom, no protection, no guest.
All this talk about making it feel good. We got a raw dog this next
We
one.
should
and so we moved our schedules. we cleared. People were booked. We said not this week.
Here.
Not this week. We need some intimate time with the listeners.
The people demanded it. They said, "You have too many guests on the podcast. Too many high-profile guests.
Too distracting.
I just want to look at the boys.
I can't focus on the Quoras." But there's some real good stuff. And it's not only just the worst stuff because we wouldn't show it to a guest. That is not... It's not what we do here. What was our question last time? I remember Drew fired one out.
No, so...
He was quick on the draw.
Yeah, let's see. Drew was a much more curious person than us, I think.
Spelled with a Q.
So I think that he had like a real question.
Yeah.
And we were like, make it dumb, make it misogynistic. So the question was, how did they get water to the top of tall buildings before electricity? did they use wind? Now, we added, did they use wind? Drew was like, I genuinely want to know this.
Well, you have to say something stupid so that people click your question and then are cruel to you.
That's what we want.
And a quick reminder to the fans, if you are listening to the show and hoping to answer our questions, make sure you use those phrases, scrambled eggs. So and that way we'll say, who's cursing me?
Here's a great one.
It's a fan.
Someone said, I'm obsessed with your podcasts, Alex. # scrambled eggs.
Okay.
Say hi to Jeremy, an unknown guest. Guess what? There is none.
There's no guest. You fucking idiot. It's raw.
It's raw.
Do we have any actual answers?
That same person said, y'all's hot. That's a real one.
Okay, no, but they don't.
No scrambled eggs
why
there.
Why are you answering the question 4 times? That's crazy.
This is the one person
Put it all in one
hot.
question. Take add an indentation.
Tall buildings mostly weren't that tall and didn't have plumbing, and people carried their water up in buckets. They also used chamber pots and carried the waste away in buckets. I expect they used different buckets.
So the answer is buckets.
Yeah.
They got water to the top with buckets. Thanks for writing in.
Someone else says steam engines were invented for the purpose of pumping water. Originally not for pumping water up buildings, but for pumping it out of mines. When piped water was being developed, a pump was used to raise the water to a reservoir at the top of a hill or tower. This pressurized the distribution mains sufficiently to raise the water to a storage tank at the top of the building. Of course, it was impractical to build very tall buildings before the development of electrical power.
That's a great answer.
That is a good answer.
I feel so strange whenever we get a good answer.
Me too. It is a little odd. Let's see. I saw some scrambled eggs in here. I wanted to read one. No, I can't find it.
That's tough.
Oh, here you go. They put hash in the water. No, not the kind you have with your scrambled eggs in the morning. I'm talking about weed. The chronic caused the water to get high, and they encased the water in water towers.
Yeah, I know that's that shit. I remember I had one summer where we couldn't get any weed in high school, and so we just smoked hash. For the entire thing, like one large nug of hash that we just made work for like months.
I don't think I realized that there was.
I don't know. I don't know if it was like. It's different than opium, but it's also not weed.
I know you use a pipe.
It's like really concentrated, and you feel bad when you smoke it. But at a certain age, that isn't important, and what's important is that you're breaking the law.
Right. It's just really just about doing something illegal.
Because you're kind of a glutton for crime.
When you're a suburban teen.
That's really all that you have to turn to is just smoking anything you can put in a pipe.
I had a friend in middle school, or maybe it was in high school, who would always insist on smoking pretzels. Did I talk about this in the podcast?
I believe you did.
I thought it was so lame. He would just take like stick pretzels and light the ends of them and be like, you want a puff? And I'd be like, just get cigarettes. I don't know what to tell you. This sucks.
You might as well be getting actually sick instead of whatever this is.
You're getting no enjoyment from this.
You're scaring the hose.
You're scaring the hose, Eric.
Jeremy was obsessed with the hose.
That guy also one time invited me to his house with some other friends and then just showed us a bunch of porn. And we were like, we don't want to see that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Wow, he probably has the closest circle of friends now.
Yeah.
Just like the people that worked on are like bonded for life
like
with this
blood
individual.
Brothers. He also, not to just talk about this guy forever, but just a very high school moment is he taught himself how to play guitar. And then like 1 month later, he kept telling everyone, I'm the fastest guitar player at school. Like, where are you?
No one can catch me.
not even like talent, just or skill, just like I can go faster.
Oh, by the way, there's a cat slightly off camera.
I think you can kind of see her.
You're just gonna have to take my word for it. There's a fluffy pup.
She's looking at me.
She's just too lazy to move, man.
That is why we're so close to each other.
She doesn't like that we're interrupting her moment of solitude.
She's never been on the podcast before.
This is Luna the cat. She's I got her through a window. Anyway, good answers on that. The answer is buckets. They got water to the top with buckets.
Buckets.
They'd have your serving boy bring you a bucket.
All right. This is Quora MD. Oh, shit. Oh,
I like to test Jeremy every week by having him find this.
Why do you do this to me?
Yeah. Go to. Just gonna cut this out. Go to desktop.
It's Quora MD.
It's Quora MD. That's right. Every week I learn less about the human body than I knew before it.
It leaves my brain.
And it's single-handedly thanks to this wonderful website. Now, we got some top questions today, Jeremy. I can't wait to raw dog them and bust no limit style.
Oh, it feels so good when we have no guest. But it's more dangerous.
It is more dangerous, and it can leave you with child. Now, this is somewhat of a theme we're going to be covering for this first few Quoras. Would you like to read it?
Okay. I am 346 pounds, and I am 4'6". Is that normal?
So the first thing you're going to notice, 346 and 4'6", that is blessed. That is divine. Those are divine numbers. They're matching each other.
Yeah. I mean... Yeah.
You have as many pounds after 300 as you do height in feet and then inches.
You could start a religion around that.
What does it all
Once the numbers start matching up, you could, like, you're fucking...
That's all it takes.
What was the movie, The Number 23, with Jim Carrey? Where he's obsessed with the number 23.
346 pounds.
He's 323 pounds, and he's 2'3". He's 2'3".
He's like he's a horizontal man. He's like completely horizontal. His dimensions have swapped.
I never saw that movie, but just even the trailer was so funny where he was just like writing stuff down. He's like, there's 2 refrigerators and there's 3 dogs. There's 23. And then people were like, what are you saying? And then he was like, it's the devil.
I don't know.
Pretty quickly, it turned out he was right, though, right? I imagine
I haven't seen
the devil
it.
was real, and that his number is the number 23, because they're like 2 times 3 is 6, and then 3 sixes is 666.
That's not anything, Jim Carrey. Don't let Jim Carrey mastermind your film.
I think that's very funny.
I'm also just into the raw premise of a guy like being very skeptical of one number.
Yeah, there's just something about like turning like religious symbolism into like dumb math. Like, I always prefer the, like, Evangelion approach where they're like, here's a bunch of crosses. What do they mean? I don't know. We just thought that crosses look cool.
They mean slash and then zoom. Up and then sideways.
I feel like every time people ask Hideki Otto about that show, if it's religious, they're like, there is a guy named, like, Adam who's on a cross. He's just like, I just thought it looked cool.
I thought it rocked.
That was a cool name.
Why is Adam on the cross? Great question. It's like a different guy. Anyway, yeah. I think it's heavier than normal.
It's definitely, not healthy.
And, you know, this is coming from a judgment-free zone, but I think you are crushing all of your organs and bones.
Oh, no. There is, like, a thing where, like, every year we find out that, like, obesity is not as bad as people think. But I have to imagine that that's too much.
There's got to be a ceiling on that. I mean, think of this. This is like MODOK proportions.
But he's not even asking. They're not asking like, is it bad? They just want to know, is it normal?
Is it normal? And then, well, the answer is no.
No.
I mean, it's not common.
The top comment is like, you cannot be measuring yourself right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I measured wrong. I'm 6 meters tall. I'm 19 feet tall.
And there's a guy with the Blue Lives Matter flag on here saying, for all the people sugarcoating this, please give obese some reality.
Yes, also, get his ass.
Bad word choice because we're all addicted to sugar, and I'm sure this person is too. I was in the same situation, not height-wise, but I was 300 to 310 pounds at a point in my life. Something I realized is that only people that were honest about my weight issue was my doctor, and that really, really hit me when I was told I wouldn't have a long, enjoyable life if I kept it up.
Something I realized was I needed a gun.
Yeah.
And that's why I joined the police.
I think it's the other way around. I think he's in the police force. He's 310 pounds. He's looking around and he's like, yeah, this is standard.
He has desk duty from shooting all those kids. He doesn't get up and about anymore.
The doctor's like, you're not going to be able to murder all these unarmed black teens unless you, for as long as you want, unless you cut back on the food.
You only got a few years left.
So yeah, he says you got to break out of your shell and go to the gym.
I am very into tough love coming from forum culture. That is a fantastic collabo.
Were you a big forums guy?
No, not really. I love to lurk. I love to kind of just sit back and discuss.
I shouldn't even say this, but like I feel like there's probably a forum or two where you could find like thousands of posts I made when I was like 14.
Yeah.
And Again, I don't.
This surprises no one.
But I remember I found it once. I found one of them, and I was looking through my old posts from like early high school, and like one of my most recent posts. I don't even know what it was in. It was like someone quoting, asking if I was gay, and I say, "Haha, I'm not gay. I just talk weird because I'm 14."
That's so honest of you.
Yeah. Just like, oh no, good question.
Don't try to date me. I'm 14.
I'm just a boy.
I'm just a boy. Yeah, that is the hard part of posting when you're a boy is you have to just end all those posts with I'm just a boy. Don't sit on me.
I'm thankful that like, most of the permanent internet came when we were a little bit older.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's hard to search like Newgrounds forums now.
Yeah, no.
It can't be done.
I don't think I said anything like bad or offensive really, but I definitely said things that are embarrassing.
You know what the cutoff is Facebook. Like I can search every dumb thing I said in 2005 on Facebook.
You can find everything I've said and photos I took of myself even like in high school on Facebook. You could find that right now. You can see what I looked like in high school.
I remember it was very confusing how the internet worked. I made a Facebook group, if you remember groups.
Sure.
That was just called I Love Hitting My Friend Nico. And it was just pictures of me
just hitting him?
Really just wailing on my friend Nico, who will soon be a father. And then all the comments were our classmates being like, stop. What did he do to you? And it's like me like midair ready to like elbow drop this guy for no reason. And he's like curled up on the ground and they're like, I don't like this group. And I'm like, no, it's a group.
My friend and
Isn't that based?
In high school, we had this
I also
goal.
invented based back then.
You invented based?
Yeah. And then I said, they're not ready yet. Let's put it back in the vault.
Yeah, Lil B saw that and he stole it from me. My friend and I in high school, like early high school, had a goal to try to get banned from like 100 groups collectively. So we would just go to groups. And we didn't want to do we weren't like racist or anything. We would just like go to a group that's like, I love eggs. And we would just be like, eggs are terrible. You suck. And then they'd ban us.
Yeah, you were just so annoying that they would throw you out of 100.
Yeah,
Did you reach 100?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
It's very easy to lose interest before you get all the way there.
That's like very like early, internet though, like of just like, what if I was annoying? Then the people will notice me.
Then they'll know.
They'll all know the name Jeremy.
He's not allowed in here.
I was the fastest guitar player in school.
That's really something. Anyway, if you're 346 pounds, you're a rare bird at that height.
It's true.
Let's do the next question.
Okay, similar one.
So this is kind of rhymes with the last one.
I haven't eaten any food in 20 years and I am obese. How do I cope?
So this is a Sphinx's riddle.
It's poetry. It rhymes.
Time. The answer is he's time.
I'm trying to think if there is like an answer to that, but not really. There's not really one.
Oh no, it doesn't fully. I mean, the answer is they're lying about
no, of course. But time is a good one. If it was a riddle, if you read it like it is a riddle, time is the closest you got. But what am I? I have not eaten food in 20 years, and yet I am obese.
See, here's the thing:
what am I?
This is why only the core rangers can tackle this.
The economy.
Your water. The sun. If you haven't, I haven't eaten any food in 20 years and I am obese. That is the statement. That is not the question. The question is, how do I cope?
The answer is you're dead. You're a ghost and you have unfinished business.
How do I cope? You get into big man lifestyle. And that's pretty cool. So like, you know how Biggie Smalls would just be like sexually fat? That's what you gotta be. You gotta be like wearing a chain with no shirt on.
But this person's dead, right?
Oh, because they haven't eaten food in 20 years?
Yeah. This is not a live person.
I think they're just a fucking liar, man. Unless it's like you're getting directly like food. That would be kind of interesting if you're obese and you have like the pump that sends food into your stomach. They're like, they gotta change the.
Yeah, talk to the people who are doing that. Then.
Change the numbers on this. There's too much going in.
Yeah, that seems easy.
Oh yeah, I mean,
just press the down arrow a few times.
Yeah, press down on intake. Of your machine.
Solved that.
But yes, back to sexual fat culture.
Sure.
Who's some of the sexiest fat guys you can think of?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black is undeniably sexy. The thing about being
the thing about him, he's burning a lot of calories. He's always leaping and jumping, and
the key is confidence.
Oh yeah, you gotta
a confident
really
man in a world that tries to bring him down.
Yeah, you gotta be like the Kingpin from Daredevil.
Yo, the Kingpin from Daredevil. Now that's a hottie.
Isn't anybody cooler than the Kingpin?
Now to bring this into
he's the Dawn.
Into what is it? Not just being overweight, but as a balding man.
Oh, yeah. Speak on it, brother.
The Kingpin, what I love about the Kingpin is that anytime people are always
how smooth he is.
People are always trying to cast that actor as other bald characters. They'll be like, that guy would be a great Lex Luthor. And it's like, he just shaved it, right? Like, and
you can get a real bald guy.
I saw someone say like he has to play the Kingpin in the other one, in the new one, because there's just not that many great bald actors. And
he
it's like,
is the Kingpin.
He's not bald. They just shaved his head.
He acts so bald, you can't believe it.
It's like, I feel like when I'm watching a movie, people are like, wow, Inside Llewyn Davis is great, which it is great. But they're like, Oscar Isaac's the most Jewish man alive. And I'm like, he's not. He's not Jewish.
He's as Jewish as he is bald.
It's fine that he's in it. He's great in it. I also like that when people are like, we need more Jews in Hollywood. And I'm like, I'm a centrist on this issue.
I think both sides have great points. There are too many and not enough.
Are there too many or are there too few? I don't know.
Depends if how I'm feeling that week. But
anyway, I'm gonna camp.
Fat power is what it's all about. Embrace it. Wear a chain.
Sure. Feel like Jack Black and Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, do music of some kind, and also, you gotta wear a big ring on your pinky.
Also, eat food.
Also, go back to why are you taking 20 years off? You're obviously like born to be fat.
Don't be doing that.
If you could do ghost technique and still be a lardo, you might as well go full hog into it.
This is somehow our most offensive episode ever.
I'm just saying, how do I cope? You're the Kingpin now, and you're the Dawn.
All right, let's go to something a little more like neutral here. This is I think
we're so medical questions.
More agreeable on this question. What percentage of Italian blood do you need to be considered fully Italian?
Interesting.
Now I'm going to say the answer is pretty clear here. 100%.
100% is
and there's zero people on Earth who are fully Italian.
Except for a little man known as Jesus Christ.
The thing about being Italian is that if you don't have full Italian blood, then you cannot be a dragon rider. And that's why you need to keep that in the family.
You gotta keep that in the family. Also, my mother loves to feed me. Anything less than 100 is not only not full-blooded Italian, but disgusting.
Oh, no.
And so you really gotta...
Yeah.
You gotta keep it pure.
It doesn't matter where you're from. Even if you're like in Italy, if you're like 95% Italian, that's considered by the scientific community Italian American.
Yeah.
So
you're pretty much from New Jersey.
Yeah, you're just from
98%.
New Jersey. You're a character. You're like a lesser character in The Sopranos.
And I think, and I've never been to Europe, but I think Italian people are not fans of that.
No.
Of New Jerseyites.
Probably not. I don't know what they're a weird country over there. Isn't like Mussolini's granddaughter like in politics in Italy?
Yeah, she's a powerful woman.
She's like a senator or whatever they have over there.
She does the my grandfather had some great points, but also I have a picture of him at my house because before you killed him, he was my grandfather.
He was just Poppy to me.
He was Pop Pop.
I called him Pop Pop.
And you slit his throat and hung him upside down on the rafters.
Yeah.
So we're both in consensus here. It's 100%.
Yeah, gotta be 100% Italian.
What does the community say though? Because I feel like this may be interesting. Make sure go from all related to direct answers. We want to only the.
And I'm sorry, my brain always goes to Game of Thrones, but that's the only way I really know how to filter things.
Ooh, Quora Plus right away.
Yeah, Quora Plus. I do see they say something about John Turturro and Ariana Grande though. All right, let's see.
Has anybody ever said anything nice about Ariana Grande on the internet?
I don't know.
Is anybody like Ariana Grande? I enjoy her songs. It's always like, what's she Ariana Venti next? This is what my daughter's listening to?
A goddamn coffee cup?
I go, she's a coffee cup now? I gotta write my name on this woman? Well, I tell the lady at the counter that I want my Ariana Grande named President Trump, and then they won't do it. And then they won't. To answer your question, it's 100%.
And that's what I am.
And that's what I am.
100%.
And then,
my dad is German, though.
This is good.
Okay.
In order to be considered fully Italian, you need to either have Italian citizenship or have been raised in Italian culture and be living in Italy. Pictures are Robert De Niro. Other actor guy. We're going to have to scroll down.
Michel Piccoli.
Michel Piccoli. Surprise. He's just French.
Like, Michel Piccoli is French. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but no shit.
Yeah, his name's Michel.
This one also, it says De Niro is American.
Yeah, this is like their wall of fake Italians that they put up here.
Yeah. In other words, what matters to us is your culture. If you are culturally Italian, you are Italian.
Bella. You gotta harass women.
That I might be able to get Italian citizenship.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get on that. Dog.
My wife's.
Do you want to have like a hype house in Italy? Because this is honestly a direction I'm very interested in pursuing.
Yes, absolutely. So my wife's grandpa is like from Italy and has like they have his passport.
Oh, bellissimo.
Her great grandpa. Anyway, so apparently if you have that, you can, if you just pay like, $5,000, they'll just like process it for you and you become an Italian citizen automatically.
Oh, okay.
And then if you're married to someone who is an Italian citizen, you become an Italian citizen within like 3 years. Okay. So I would be an Italian citizen.
And then once you have that license, you are allowed to yell at women in the street?
Yes. And I could live anywhere in the European Union.
Oh, cool. Yeah. But you would live in Italy.
Yeah, obviously. I'd live in Italy.
I mean, you wouldn't betray your own blood, would you?
No.
Because there are sharp repercussions.
I want to do it. So I can just go around Italy and be like, "Ammazza balla."
Italian hype house. Yeah. Staring at women. Staring is a big part of it. Not just saying stuff, but like just staring too long.
Apparently, it's very easy to become Italian, especially if you're like a white person, because they're just like, "Come on in, please. We're so racist." It's true though, and then you could go live somewhere cool like Ireland or something.
Yeah, somewhere cool like Ireland.
Isn't Ireland cool? People like Ireland, right? It's like pretty, and no one lives there.
Yeah, no one lives there, I guess. But do you know why no one lives there, Jeremy? Because it's not that cool. It's raining. You can't live in England because they've Brexited.
Yes. So that's out of the picture.
Also, no one wants a British hype house.
No.
Where you have to like
patty ho.
You have to leave pee on the table for your mates. Yeah, like I meant like the money, not like urine.
Okay, I did not understand that.
You have to leave pence on the table. Yeah, you know, like 15p for your
mates.
Nonsense. I can't really keep track.
The closest thing to a British hype house would just be we'd be the Clockwork Orange guys, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they were hype.
They were the hypest.
They had a whole ass look to them.
Yeah, dude. And then they open up our eyes and they put us in front of just like a TV showing like 1,000 hours of like FaZe Clan Twitch videos.
Yeah, then we know how to get double kills in the bottom lane. So yeah, everybody is agreed. You have to be 100% and also culturally.
Yeah.
Be from a debut.
Blah 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 blah. I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
No, it's good. A bunch of goddamn Englishmen in this thread. Let's change topics. We got some more fire lined up. We got
Next
some heat.
Next up, Core Romance.
Let's go. Welcome to Core Romance.
We're gonna be raw dogging this Core Romance segment.
There, lover boy.
And statistically, that's who we're talking to.
That's who we're talking to, lover boys. And this podcast is going to turn you into a lover man.
Ooh, yeah.
How come you never hear lover man?
Lover man?
Hey
there, lover man.
Lover man.
Hey there, lover woman.
Lover man, great name for a band.
Lover man would be a good, like, superhero.
Yo, yeah.
I am a lover man.
I have trespassed the rules of many states.
Put down that gun, bank robber. We all love each other here.
See, I go physical with it right away.
Yeah, fair enough. I was going more emotional. Lover man.
He has to learn to love.
Yeah, that's true. Don't we all?
That's kind of his arc. Anyway, so there's so many questions with love, and Jeremy and I, as a reminder, if you're new to the show, we're two married
men, both virgins,
and so we have a lot to teach the
saving
internet.
ourselves for death.
Okay, this question is: can you marry a wife who is older than you?
Can you marry a wife who is older than you?
Again, it kind of has a Sphinx-like quality to it.
Who's older, you or your wife?
Oh no, she is older.
Really?
By 1 month.
So it can be done.
It can be done, although that 1 month is a tense time in this household. The power dynamic totally switches around. I feel like 11 months of the year, I'm very knowledgeable.
Sure.
And then from March to April, I'm like, I gotta just hear her out.
You're like the guy from our bonus episode we did last week where they did an IQ test and he wanted to leave his wife because she got a higher score.
Because she was too wise. Yeah. And
listen to the Patreon.
This is not to say that I actually do know more for the other months, but I feel like we're on even footing. And then it slips away the second I'm 1 year younger.
Right, because your guys are like you'll both be like 33, and then all of a sudden, she's 34 and you're 33.
Ah! Yeah, I mean, we're waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
Because we're still 17. But
yeah.
How about you? Are you the same age as your wife?
I'm like 6 months older than my wife.
Ooh,
so age gap.
Age gap relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, I
cradle robber.
Cannot in good conscience support that.
Nope.
So that period of time where you could drive and she couldn't.
Yeah.
Did that allow you like a level of power?
No, it sucked. I had to drive to her house, pick her up, and then drive back to my house a lot of the time. We lived like 30 minutes apart.
Yeah, but I mean, and this goes back to being a sexual fat man.
Sure.
Didn't that make you want to like wear sunglasses, put one fat arm out the side of your car, driving around so much, keeping things slow and
cigarette
smooth?
Falling out of my fingers as I drive because I'm 100% Italian. Yeah, I mean, I did do all that. Yeah, well, the cigarette was a pretzel, but
that's. Oh wait, when you said your friend was smoking the pretzels, did you meant like the pretzel cigars, like the long stick?
Like the long stick pretzels.
Those things were so yummy. Why would you smoke that?
Because he's an idiot.
What a fucking
kids are so desperate to do illegal shit. So
desperate.
They'll just, but like he was not cool, so he couldn't like actually.
Why don't you turn 18 and start doing hash every day, even though it makes you scared?
I can't imagine he does, but Eric, if you listen to this, sorry that I called you out so hard.
Yeah.
I know some people from my life listen to this, and then I feel bad because I'm like, that guy's an idiot.
To be safe, you should just say their full names every episode.
Eric Clapton.
So can you marry a wife who is older than you? Yeah, you can, and it's a rush.
Not only is it allowed, it's crazy to do.
Okay. All right.
It's
I
like,
think that the answers are going to be good for this.
Before, you know, because now you go on like, porn websites, wherever, and the big taboo is like step siblings. But like for hundreds of years ago, just having a wife who was a little older than you, that was like the big nasty taboo. God. It was like, whoa, that guy's crazy.
I think in like ancient times, it was like average for the man to be 20 years older than the woman every time.
Yes.
Because women were treated like property.
Yes.
And I was like, whoa, this is not okay.
And we don't think that's cool.
Back in Bible times, I was like, what? This is not okay. But now
official
I'm like,
curator
normal.
stance.
Yeah.
We say it's not cool that women were treated like property.
I'm against it.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm for. Marrying someone who is at least 1 month your age. Or at most 6 months within your age.
Yes.
Okay, top answer from Diane Smilky.
This is the top answer.
This is number one. Everyone's listening to Smilky on this one. I am 14 years older than my partner, and we are very happy together. We just see it as somebody had to be the older one, which happened to be me.
Wait, no, that's not how that works.
Someone's
got to be 14.
Somebody's got to be the older one. Somebody's got to be like a high school length of time older than the other one.
How old are you, Diane?
She's not like on the show right now. She's
okay, never mind. Hey, that's my bad. I didn't know that. I forgot where raw
Diane's
dog
calling in. She doesn't know we're raw dogging it.
man.
We are extremely close. He is an amazing person. What's great about him is that he doesn't just tell me he loves me. He shows it in his actions. I give thanks every single day for my loving partner. And you can assume before she wrote partner, she wrote like baby bear or something, and then crossed it out and was like, don't be weird on this one.
Don't be weird on this one.
Don't be weird on this one. Tell them we're normal.
For that 1 month of the year, Alex's wife calls him baby bear.
Yeah, and I need some milky.
Jesus Christ.
And that's why her name is Diane Sub Milky. Because she's giving it out. Because she's giving it out.
It's just the boys.
It's just the boys today. Also, it's hot.
If we had a crowded guest, we'd be too scared to say stuff like that. We couldn't
tell them when it's milky time.
What do you think is Italian citizenship? They'd be like, I think it's a normal amount. And we'd be like, that's probably right.
I just want to be politically correct. I'm German English. So yeah, also, and this is important to say, every year I'm recording podcasts in July and August. It gets so hot. I don't think any blood goes to my brain. And I just record everything I say for an hour. And I think it's terrible that this is out there.
But here's a good one. In Japan, older wives are called anasen nyobo.
Oh.
There's an old proverb that say, look for an older wife, even if she wears gold straw sandals. An older wife is a medicine for her life, and an older wife builds a warehouse. Parentheses, get rich.
Get rich.
Dude, your wife's so fucking old.
I love these
You're
proverbs.
You're going to be so rich.
Yeah, I mean, if you're marrying an older woman for money, respect.
Respect,
son. You got to respect that.
Hell yeah.
In Italy, we call that building a warehouse.
Yeah, dude.
What was it called in the thing? Was it build a warehouse?
He said, yeah,
he said building a warehouse.
Building a warehouse.
It's across the
Italy,
world.
Though, Japan.
I know, but
famously
across the world,
friends in World War II.
Famously friends. Also, Japan, famously respectable to women. Just a culture that loves women.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yep. And so...
All right.
Yeah, you can.
All right, next question. Can someone get pregnant from humming a pillow or a feather pillow?
So is this like is humming a sex term, or is it just like humming into a pillow?
I assume they mean humping. But humming might be like...
Is this like TikTok speak?
Yo, are you humming that pillow?
It's like filming a corn movie. Humming a pillow.
I taught Alex that if you want to say porn on TikTok, you can put the corn emoji.
I didn't get that. Also, I subtitled my stand-up joke wrong, and I still am getting silenced by the Chinese robot.
TikTok's over.
It's over now, so that's fine. But can you get pregnant by humming a pillow or a feather pillow? I don't know.
We have several pillows here. Get to humming.
Get to humming on them. Now there's some behind us there. So yeah, I've never heard that.
Did you have sex ed in your school?
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was.
Did you go to Catholic school? You did, right?
I talked to you about this before. In middle school, I was in Catholic school, so they would like lie to us about certain stuff. Like the health teacher told us condoms don't work 50% of the time, which is wild odds.
That seems
also,
crazy.
It does sound a little bit like he's bragging, just like they break every time you put them on your monster.
Yeah, I can't even use magnums, kids. My dick's too damn big.
I'd say I have a 50% chance unless I put it all around the head.
It's Catholic school, so I'm allowed to say this.
I have a monstrous head. My penis is all head. And that's me saying that as your health teacher.
It's a microfetus technically, but it's ginormous.
Yeah, it's like a great shield.
It's like seeing a huge mushroom head.
Yeah,
it's like a muffin top.
It's like the kind of mushroom like Rayman would bounce on if that clears up anything. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, tests are going to be tomorrow. Study up.
Save it until marriage as well. That's also important for me to say that as the health teacher. Okay, so I want to see if somebody says yes. Because I haven't heard this. I haven't heard you can hum a pillow.
Linda Bell Crandall, who's a former nurse's aide, widow, mother, and animal lover, says, like I said to the last one that asked a similar question, the real question is,
I'm so tired of this question.
How can you breathe without a brain?
Oh my God. Linda, turn it down. Turn it down. She's trying to find out if she's pregnant right now by asking Cora.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is Hilmar Zonneveld, who says, please do some reading on the topic of human reproduction. The Wikipedia might be a good place to start.
Ooh.
And that's, I mean, first Linda, then Hilmar. I would feel so roasted if I'd put this thing up here.
Someone's jokingly saying, absolutely, you must be very careful to use protection. Make sure the pillow is always covered by a well-fitting pillowcase, particularly when dealing with the feather pillow. Everyone knows that feather pillows are filled with duck down. The resulting pregnancy will see you delivering 4 to 10 eggs, not scrambled, which will have to carefully incubate over many days until blah, blah, blah. I wonder if there's a way that could happen. What if you jacked off onto a pillow and there was cum all over it, and then the girl hummed it?
Yeah, this is what in medieval castles they recommend to chastely get your daughter pregnant. She would hum a pillow that was
not
covered
your own
in
daughter.
seed, that had been fertilized with seed. But at the same time, duck down in the pillow. That's kind of like the pillow ducking you down.
I was going to say, I'm trying to get ducked down, dude.
This is like a cool thing we could start spreading among young women. Getting ducked down.
Getting ducked down by that curly dick.
It's not by a dog. It's by a fluffy pillow.
Because ducks got weird dicks.
Yeah, no, do not allow ducks in your community.
Do not allow them.
They are
they're menaces.
Criminals. They're menaces.
They're like a young suburban boy.
They don't
looking for crime.
They're expressing antisocial behavior.
Oh yeah.
And so no one thinks you can get pregnant this way, it seems like, unless you were to cover that thing in some freaking cum.
The question isn't would it be easy to get pregnant? The question is, could someone?
Could you?
And I think we've answered it, which is that yes, you could. You can get pregnant anyway.
This is like pretty much the same question as like, can you break your hymen horseback riding?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes.
I don't know. Yeah,
if you cover it with semen first.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting it. All right, here's another one. What do you usually say to somebody who grabs your balls?
Now, I had this question originally under the MD question.
It is.
MD category.
Oh, no, it's not.
No,
it's
we're
romance.
in romance now.
Right.
But I thought like this is probably more romantic than it is
Sure.
mythical.
I did think that originally when I first thought was that it was malicious.
Yeah.
But maybe it's in a nice way.
Killing spree.
I'm grabbing your balls.
Your sperms are dead.
Oh. So somebody who grabs your balls, it could be something you've asked for. It could be a random improvisation of amorous intent. It could be an enemy taking you by the scruff and telling you that's enough.
Sure, like a mother cat picking up their young.
I think we got to go to the forums for this. There's too many answers that are on the table right now.
Grab is just an intense word, I think.
Yeah. So
I feel like if it's a nice way, you're not going to say grab.
No, otherwise you could say fondle.
Fondle, that's a nice word.
Or hoist.
Hoist.
Like a pirate's flag.
Kind of confusing, but yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick hoist. Hoist isn't.
Fondle we like.
There's no wrong answer.
We love fondle.
Yeah, we love fondle. So the top answer, this is by Anonymous. It says, well, going anonymous for this one.
Who wrote this one?
Anonymous.
Oh.
The Legion.
The hacker collective.
You can imagine
Anonymous.
them wearing the mask as they answer this. Okay. So I have this coworker, female, who was right next to me. Oh no. She has a habit for grabbing my balls.
No, that's not real.
No, Anonymous is saying it was. She does it without warning, she says.
Sure.
When she feels like it, she reaches out and pets my genitals.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she gives them a small and gentle squeeze. I've gotten used to this now, so I'm okay with her randomly reaching for my balls and penis. I thought like the first time you were like, whoa. And then after that, you're like, she just does this.
That's what she does.
I'm just trying to get through the goddamn work week.
Everyone, Nancy.
Wednesdays, she's going for him. Whenever she squeezes a bit too hard, I just smack her breasts.
What? This is not true. This is all you. This is your fantasy you have about
You had
your
to
coworker.
go anonymous for this one. This is his alt Quora.
Women at work, be careful. The weird guy at your job is writing this about you on Quora.
And he's going to smack your titty. I just smack her breasts, and let me tell you, they bounce like a crazy. Hey, crazy. This is important to know for research reasons. That's italicized.
100% italics.
And then in parentheses is the end of the post. She was braless every day.
And then a backwards winking emoji.
A wink so sinister it's typed the other way.
All right, well that's
and
not
so
real.
that's what happens if your balls get grabbed at work. Any other answers here?
Yeah, this one sucks.
Oh, okay.
I'm a straight male, so that will reflect what I say depending on who is doing the grabbing.
Which is okay. So we are going to do an as a straight male episode at some point soon.
Yes, not today though.
Not today. This is just one freak accident where we've come across it.
From Dennis Manning. He says, number 1, if they are male and doing it to cause harm, I punch and yell, "Get off me, punk." If they are male and try to arouse me, I say, "Sorry, my gait doesn't swing that way." Then I leave.
My gait doesn't swing
Sorry,
that
my
way.
gait doesn't swing that way.
Oh, you must be confused about my gait.
You thought my gait was gay.
Unless you're trying to scare me, you punk. Get away from. And then they learn that you're not giving into their advances. They try to scare you. They try to scare you while they're down there.
If it's a male trying to cause harm, I say, "Get off me, punk." If it's a male trying to arouse me, I say, "Get me off, punk." If they're female and are causing harm, I say, "Sorry, I didn't realize you were a ball buster like my ex."
This is what you say to people?
If they are female and ugly,
How many times has this happened to you, female and ugly?
I say, "Respect the boundaries of my body because I'm not interested." If they're female and hot and are trying to arouse me, I say, "Hey, baby."
Hip, baby. Ow.
Get off me, punk.
Ooh, it hurts when you do
All
that.
right, there's 50 comments on just this. I want to see if everyone's like, "Great answer."
Top one is you got that right.
No, the top one is, if a dude touches my balls, I'm going to rip his head off and shit down his neck.
Everyone is so scared of dudes
says,
grabbing your balls.
Hey, Quora, I'm not being mean and crazy. I'm being realistic. Now, if it's a woman who fondles me and wants to fuck me, hey, go for it. If she ugly, well, I turn off the lights. Come on, women. You would do the same. If you were horny and he was ugly, you go for that light switch.
Come on, women.
And then the top comment on that is fucking brilliant.
First of all, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to ring that light switch.
Fucking brilliant. That's
bloody brilliant.
That's from Joe Kano. I must have. Oh, what's his description? I play a mean guitar.
Many decades as a guitarist. Joe Kano's a rock and roller, baby. He's going to shit down your neck, baby.
He's so fucking cool.
He's going to rip your head off.
I'm trying to see if there's any
Posting
good,
a lot about Trump, I see.
Yeah, he doesn't
his,
like Trump.
responses there. Yeah, well, Trump doesn't. Trump's always trying to grab his balls.
Someone asked, what would you do if you got on a train or bus and no one was wearing a face mask, and how would you know if they were all exempt? He says, I would get off shaking my head, 3 exclamation points. Anyway. That guy's so fucking cool, dude.
I'm pretending this is Joe Kano, to be clear. This is like something he would do in his
so
free time.
fast. All right,
Okay.
that's all of Core Romance. Let's do historical teachings.
Okay. This is a good one. Welcome to Historical Teachings. It's like history, but it's on Quora. That's why
It's called historical teachings.
Do you need me to spell it out for you?
You know how it works.
You know how all of the
Why are you
segments
yelling
work.
at us?
They're just really an excuse to play sounds.
Okay, this question was emailed to me, and the question is, what advantages did the Germans have during Nazi rule? Any thoughts, Alex?
Did the Germans have during Nazi rule?
Yeah, so everyone's always like, Nazis, they sucked.
Yeah.
But no one ever thinks about, what advantages did the Germans
What
have?
advantages did the Germans
What are the
have?
pros?
And I assume you're not talking about like the Germans who were being like put in jail.
No, they're not including all of the Germans who were
We're talking
killed.
about like the Germans who like the Nazis took power and you're like, it's just Thursday for me, pal.
Yeah, hey, just got a new house for free.
Yeah, I just purchased a jar of butter because that's the kind of time it is in the past. And I think it's that, I don't know, the lines were shorter because everyone else was at war or in jail. I don't know.
Died. So the answer that this guy gives, this is a very weird little space. This is this guy's own space where only he can post. And it has 4,000 followers, and it's called One Place.
That's a pretty good following.
And the category is every category of content is covered, parentheses, except adult content. And adult has a little star in it.
Yeah,
so
it's not that kind of play. You're looking for 2 place.
But basically, this guy he has a spot where he could post anything he wants, and it's almost always like a weird, edgy thing.
And it's always about Nazis.
Basically.
Anyway, so what advantages did Germans have?
His
a
big
question
argument,
he asked and then answered.
His big argument is basically that you can have a lot of sex if you're in the Nazi, if you're a Nazi.
But you can have a lot of sex all the time.
It says, if you're young and considered genetically attractive, they breed healthy Aryan girls who fit any type of man.
What?
Blonde and blue-eyed to the front of the line. It's free, no strings attached sex.
I have never heard this.
There was this comment that I loved that was someone says, I met a man several years ago who lived in Germany during the war. His job was to have sex and impregnate women. I was always jealous of that job.
I was always jealous of that job.
I have this friend who is a literal Nazi. And I was like, damn, dude, you got it made.
He was kind of the great villain of history.
I just love Quora emailing me like, hey, you ever consider maybe that it was like the Nazi rule was good for some people, like the Nazis?
You ever think their balls ached because they were so empty all the time?
I noticed that you were kind of anti-Nazi all the time. And have you ever considered that they had a lot of
they
sex?
fucked? Yeah,
they were
that
fucking
they
each
were
other
like
pretty hard?
There was pretty much like no guesting every week for the Nazis back then.
Yeah.
Because they were going raw dog, I'm saying. I don't know if that got across.
Yeah, they were like us.
Yeah, I don't know if that, like, this question is not really answered by the answer in there, but also nice. That's crazy.
I'm trying to see what other questions
I would love to see some
his
sources
face.
on that
So
because I've never heard that before.
He's just like, everything he does is so dark. Like he has like, there's this question, why can't we be too careful? And he's
Keep
just
in
like,
mind, these are questions this man is asking himself.
I think it is, right? It must be.
He's the only one who posts on here?
I think so, yeah. Why can't we be too careful?
Why can't we be too careful?
Like, this one guy's face melted off, and he has a photo of it.
Yeah, you want to know what it's like to not be careful? Try putting fire on your mouth.
What are some true stories or stories that touch you? And he's got this photo of like people making out in a car. A young man who took his grandma to the hospital to handle COVID-19 complaints in the hospital parking lot, and the grandma was queuing to wait. So she dies, and then he tried to revive her through breathing assistance from his mouth. As it turns out,
take these pictures?
Love and affection are much stronger than even the most dangerous diseases.
What is this?
I don't know.
I do think this is important for our research of the website of Quora on the whole. Is like half of the website is just this. Half of it is just like deranged Nazis.
It's just like, what's a nice thing to do for your mom? It's like the grainiest photo. It's like one time a terrorist was interrogated by our police force. It's like, what? What is happening here?
If your grandmother has COVID-19, you can kiss her back to life. That's the news for the day. There's a photo of somebody's brain getting fingered. Under the question, was still the biggest secret in the human body? It's that you can finger the brain.
The pineal gland is one of the biggest secrets that is hidden from us. Apparently it...
I don't know what to think about this.
It's our third eye. It's pineapple shaped and pea-sized. What's a pineapple shape? It's just like
it's like
an oval.
Pineapple shape is like Gerald's head from Hey Arnold.
Anyway, this guy's name is
cleared stuff up for you.
Gaurav Gupta. So if you want to learn more about his space, go to.
It says he works for Quora.
I don't know if that's true.
I think he's gone full time. He's gone pro.
Should we follow One Place -1?
No, don't follow One Place -1. I hate One Place -1.
It is terrible.
I was trying to.
You want to know his 3 tricks in life?
It's not like we could even post here. If it's
what are
all
the 3
Gupta.
best tricks in life? Number 1, always carry a pen with you, especially when traveling.
Okay.
Number 2, when you see an animal cross the road, make it a point to stop, look, and wait. Number 3, kill everyone you've ever met who crosses you. No. Use your foot to prevent your phone from falling if you knock it over. But never try this with the Nokia 3310 because you can seriously injure yourself.
Wow, that's stranger than the joke example you said.
That is stranger.
That's very strange. Okay.
As you gather with family, discuss common scams and life hacks that you know but don't. What? If a guest or host asks you if you'd like to take any leftover food they've made home, always say yes. Answer the door with a coat. If it's someone you like, you can just say you can say they just got home. If it's someone you don't like, you can say you were leaving. These are a lot of more than 3 life hacks.
I think if I answered my door with a coat, everyone would be very confused. It would be the first time they've seen me. I'd have to be like, I'm going to a funeral now.
He's wearing like a suit jacket in the photo.
Yeah, that's important to understand.
All right, well, that's enough.
Well, I feel disturbed by that. Let's end on something good here.
Okay.
Just go right to Quarragon Wild here. Let's go
that's
Wild.
The one, right?
We'll save those other ones. Those are going to be gold later. Let's go. You're listening to Quarragon Wild.
These are
sorry, the guitar guy broke my head. Quarragon Wild. Ah! That's right, Quarragon Wild. It's our animal facts, like a tiger and a bear.
Oh my. Here's a question
If you were
for
at
you.
the zoo, you could read these.
Why don't we drink the milk of a female blue whale and become extremely strong?
Why don't we drink?
This feels like
the milk
something
of
that you would do
blue
in like
whale?
an anime.
Yeah, well, I mean, becoming extremely strong is very popular in anime.
That would be such a good like villain origin story that someone became extremely strong because he drinks only the milk of a female blue
because
whale.
they were gone off that milk. They went sicko mode off that whale
Blue
milk.
whale. He's drinking so much whale milk.
Well-
He keeps getting stronger.
Jeremy, is anyone stronger than a whale?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
They're the
not.
largest animal, right?
They're so big. And big equals strength. And so the answer of why not, I think, is because it's hard to get.
Yeah, and that's the only reason.
You
'Cause
can't like breed.
Scientists know that if you had female blue whale milk, that we would all become super soldiers.
Right. This is like part of like there's fluoride in the water, and
Yeah.
milk is cow's milk and not a blue whale's milk.
No, and if it was, we'd become gods. But according to the people of Quora, they say it's not true. James Keppel says blue whale milk, if available, would not make us strong, would make us fat. Cow's milk contains on average 3.3% fat. Whale milk contains about 10 times that amount. Fat does not make us
Let's
strong.
go. Yo, because whales need to be fat as all hell.
Yeah, they got a lot of blubber. That's
Whales
the only
all
answer?
have to be like the kingpin, essentially. They have body image goals of being the kingpin, wearing that ring on their pinky. It's so cold in the ocean. And sometimes, like, if a shark bites you, you just want to shrug that off with your big fat body.
Well, how would you describe the kingpin? Okay, so we got bald and fat out of the way, right? What's
Yeah.
the next word you would use to describe him?
Power,
Powerful,
power man.
both physically and financially. So how you can't deny that if that guy probably drank a bunch of blue whale milk or something, like, oh yeah, it's like the kingpin.
Yeah, he seems like like, I would expect every scene with him to start with like a tall glass of milk.
Vanessa, give me my whale milk.
That's his girlfriend's name, right?
It's gotten warm. I have to kill Spider-Man.
Luna, say hi to the podcast.
He always wants to kill all the best guys, and it's like, you're not gonna do it.
Don't do that, man. We
I
all
don't
like
care
those
how
guys.
how much whale milk you drink. You
Sorry, yeah, I
fucking
forgot that he's in
lunatic.
Daredevil, not Spider-Man.
He kills Spider-Man. He like also attacks Spider-Man.
He doesn't in other stuff.
Because
Right?
in Marvel, like they all just live in New
Yeah.
York City.
Dude, they're all just trying to make it in this big, crazy city.
They're
that we
just
call
grinding mics,
home. All right, bye, Luna.
crime mics.
Crime mics. You hear about this? You hear about this?
Yeah. Hear about this? I'm robbing a bank. I have a gun. I have a gun and I have a mask on, and my name is like the Tickler. I'm the Tickler.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? The milk? Oh yeah. So imagine the Kingpin drinking.
If
that all
Spider-Man actually did stand-up comedy, and he is a kind of a comedic guy because he tells little jokes when he stops
day. Yeah,
crying.
he's so funny.
And if he decided to start doing stand-up, I would give him 2 months before he's on stage like, all right, look, I'm Spider-Man. Can you just fucking put me on shows already?
He's doing like those really passive-aggressive Facebook posts that are
Yeah.
like, I know we have to let David Letterman set people get on every lineup, but some of us have stopped Mysterio.
This next comedian, he's been all over New York. He plays every club in college. He stopped Mysterio. Give it up for my friend Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Give it up for my friend Spider-Man.
So I see this is more of a Venom crowd.
A lot of Venom heads in here.
A lot of Venom heads in here. And then instead of water, what's he got on stage? He's got whale's milk because he has to become extremely strong.
He's so powerful.
He's a great guy. What can we learn more about whales in this post?
No, we can't.
Oh, there's only one answer.
There's one other answer that looks like it's written by like fucking AI, and I don't know if I want to read it.
It needs improvement.
It does though. Look how long it is.
Whales are marine mammals, and there's hyperlinks for all of it. Yo, honestly, like, you talk too much about whales, dog. That's why we're never going to read your response.
Wait, hold on. Actually, I do want to read this response.
All right, we'll make an exception this one time. Because we feel bad for you.
Just shortly after birth, the mother begins to feed her child milk from her nipple since the child is unable to hunt for its own food. It's like, why are you writing this?
Pause.
When the female whale lactates, the thickness of the whale's milk can vary greatly.
Huh.
The thick milk is often referred to as having a toothpaste-like consistency.
What? This guy talks like someone who's always sucking off a whale, honestly.
Yeah, he didn't look this up. He just knows.
Tastes like toothpaste.
It's like toothpaste. You can brush your teeth with it.
It keeps me big. It keeps me strong like the kingpin.
That is genuinely vile to imagine, though, drinking milk that is like toothpaste.
Apparently it has 10 times the fat of cow's milk, so I bet that would be like...
What bothers you?
Are you triggered?
Is this what upsets you?
By the whale milk discussion?
Oh, too much discussion of sucking off a whale titty.
And
Grow up. Become powerful.
Become powerful like the kingpin. And the answer, we don't do it because it would not make you powerful, make you a big fat guy.
Which is, I think, equivalent to power.
Yeah.
Depending on who you are.
That's kind of been all we've talked about today. Yeah. So I am forced to agree by consensus.
You simply are. Now I have a question for you, Alex.
Yeah, what's up?
What would you like to ask on Quora.com?
That's a great question. Let's do a milk question.
Yeah, we gotta go with milk.
We gotta go with milk.
How about this? Can you become 100% Italian if you drink Italian breast milk?
Oh, that might be too stupid. I don't know. What about just like what is the most powerful type of milk?
Okay, that's good.
That's good, right? Because that's like, I mean, somebody's going to try to seriously answer it, and then other people will just be like, what? What the fuck do you mean? Because they got to be mean to you all the time.
What is the most powerful type of milk you can drink?
And send
that
and put that in our milk and our dairy products.
And I'm sure that will be answered when we do our next episode in
20 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's any minute now. Well, that's going to be it for us this week. Jeremy, where can our listeners find you?
At Quorators, the podcast where we learn what Quora is. Also, come to our live show.
Come to our fucking live show.
It's going to be so cool.
We can't lose face in front of the hot NYC bookers.
You know how, like, when you're listening to the podcast and we ask a question and we say something really dumb and you're like, I know the answer to this.
Oh, I know which milk is most powerful.
You can come to our live show and shout it out.
You can shout it out.
And then we'll probably talk to you.
We don't regret saying this into a microphone. Nope. You can shout it out and interrupt us the whole show.
Come to the show if that's what it takes. All right, goodbye.